So I'm going for a ride on the BMW GS. Really, I've only ridden it 9 miles around my house, and then it snowed. That was over 2 months ago. What a winter. It's just been terrible. That's all I can say. Just a terrible winter. Okay, let's see if I get any low voltage alarms on her. Beautiful. She started right up, and she's purring. All right, let me finish packing my bags. I'll turn the camera on and give you a walk around. Accessories I have on the bike: upper crash bars, Touratech pannier racks here, Moscow Moto racks or panniers. Things I want to get is larger foot pegs, especially for off-road. I did want a Lone Rider tour pack or hard luggage center pannier on the bike. They don't make one to fit the base. They don't make a mount that fits the base BMW GS rack. I'm really upset about that. All right, so let me get on the road, and this is my first ride of this winter. Heated seat is on, heated grips. The bike will lower and raise as I ride it, and we'll go for a ride. I am so happy. Okay, let's put her in drive. Click down to first gear. She's remembered to be in drive. Let's hope I don't hit any ice patches. It says it's 41 degrees is accurate. When I left my house, it was telling me it was 45 degrees, and it was not. I just pulled it out of the garage. That shift from first to second, I think because the motor has so much torque, and even with the BMW quick shifter, it really jerks you. So if you see me moving and bobbing, it's because that really thumps you when she shifts. I'm going to rely on BMW braking technology for my braking, and I'm going to try to just use the hand lever for the brake, which blends the two brakes, because I want to have my feet ready to drop down. This is probably the coldest, touching on the coldest I've ever ridden a bike. At 41 degrees. It's probably going to get below 40 on this ride. And it's close. I can't remember. I've done some videos on some other cold rides. And again, this has been a horrible winter. I have not ridden in over 2 months. It's hit December, January snow, December snow, January snow, February. We're at the last week of February, and we just got a thaw. And my father always said exterior construction begins in western New York in March. He might be right. We'll still get freezing temperatures, but hopefully we're going to start to thaw out in western New York. And I wanted to get, guys, I feel so good to be on a motorcycle. Some of you who watch my channel for my tractors and my yard work, very few, but some of you, just don't understand my passion to ride. I don't know if I can, obviously I haven't done a good job expressing it to you, but I love to ride. I love to ride. The mirrors in my 9-mile ride, the first day I got the bike, I just took it around the block, country block, did 9 miles on it, and she was, I adjusted the mirrors a little bit, and I played around with the electronics when I got it, and really got to know the bike a little bit in my garage. And by the way, if you don't know, this is by the way, my navigation is a little dark. I'll hit the horn again to sync the video. I don't know where I'm going to go on this ride, but I just had to get out and ride. I really wanted to do 70 miles. Oop, I'm pulling out abruptly. This road looks dry. Let's give her some juice. Oh, God bless America. Okay, so I remembered how to set the cruise. So I'm going to tick her down. Oh, gosh. I don't have it in dynamic mode. She's just in road mode. You can see down here, there's a motorcycle with an up arrow. That means my suspension is high, and it's working. When I stop, it goes to the low position. You can watch to see if it's showing the low position. When it does that, it feels so good to get back on a motorcycle, guys. You can see the snow around the area. I think I might have passed the only flag on this route. This 2025 BMW R1300 GS is going to be my adventure bike for off-road riding. This will probably be the first video I post on the bike. I'll do another video before I get into the accessories on it. There was a lot of reasons why I wanted this motorcycle, and BMW did an excellent job re-engineering it since my first ride over a year and a half ago on the 2023 BMW GS. Now, I'm going to roll off the cruise with the throttle. That seems to be the least abrupt way. And I'm going to remember my tires are new, my brakes are new. And I am just going to meander for a little bit on this ride. I'm gradually applying the front brake to slow down. And you know what? I've ridden. I don't even need to stop at that light, but I did. This guy behind me must be wondering what I'm doing. Listen to that torque monster. I don't know if you can hear it. What a torque monster. I hit resume on the cruise. I'm cruising again. What a torque monster she is. She is just amazing. Maybe I'll drive to Akron. Well, I don't know how the roads are there, but in the open fields where you see the grass popping up, it's because the snow blows off those fields. So it's actually, like around my house, I don't have open fields. The actual snow is thicker. Like here by this person's house, it's actually thicker in the yards. And the open fields, it's not as thick because it wind blows and drifts, and it's actually dangerous, especially when it gets colder temperatures. There's a route with a lot of turns. I don't know if I want to go on it or stick to the main roads. This bike was delivered with the wrong tires on it. It was supposed to have knobbies, and they had to swap the rims. I wanted the alloy rims, and it has the wrong rims on it. This is my stop sign. This is how confused I am. It's the contractor that works with us, great contractor. You can see that shift from second to third is really abrupt. So I'm going to hit the resume and let her take herself up to 49 miles an hour. Speed limit's 50 here. Oh, look at how dry this road is, guys. Maybe I should run to Akron. Maybe I'll run to Akron. Look at how this road, just like all of a sudden it's dry. Look at how these fields are barren. Wow. Did they not get as much snow as I did in my area, or did the wind blow it off? Wow. People comment about my videos how I play to the camera, or I get overly excited. I love to ride. Every ride is an adventure. Every ride is an adventure. And I had this BMW and her bigger sister in the garage sitting, the GSA, and just sitting in my garage. And I've been dying. People ask me, well, how do you like the BMWs? I'm like, well, I really don't know. I haven't had a chance to drive them. Now I'm going to hit the horn because people aren't used to motorcycles being out. She didn't look at me. You can see she just lugs so much power. The transmission, I did get the ASA transmission. I think it's automatic shift assist. and it works with 2 electronic actuators, both shifting the gear and operating the clutch. This is what I got to watch out for. Try to hit a dry spot. And it works very well. When I demoed the bikes in Tyrone, Pennsylvania, got a shout out to the owner of Kissel Motorsports in Tyrone, Pennsylvania, Josh, and his very patient parts person, Paul. Paul has worked on me on my Touratech pannier racks. Both work together back and forth on which ones to use, and also on my Touratech upper engine guards, or really they're guarding the body of the bike. So look at how dry this road is. God bless America. God bless America. I'm just psyched. So this is my first ride. I started off with, I think, 10 miles. Now I'm up to 8 miles. I want to scrub in these tires a little bit, even though I'm not going to be I'm going to be mainly riding today on the center of the tires still. I want to scrub it in and scuff them up. I had 4 inches of ice where my driveway meets the street. It was 4 inches thick, about 6 feet wide. I had to chip out a narrow path on that this morning. Now the speed limit drops. Let's slow her down. Now, deer are still on the road, especially in the morning when I go to the gym at 20 after 4. But usually it's not in the rut. So when they're mating, so this is a nice cow farm. So usually it's not as bad with deer in the roads this time of year, but you still have to watch. Believe me, my eyes are pinned. I'm wearing my Climb Badlands. Well, let's start. I usually wear my Climb base layer shirt, and I'm not wearing it. I'm just wearing some Harley apparel. Shouldn't say that on a BMW. And then I'm wearing my Alpenstar Tech 7 off-road air vest, which I always wear. I might get a Tech 7 air vest for the track and the road. So I'm wearing my Alpenstar air vest. And I have my Climb Badlands jacket on and my Climb, I think it's Badland Pro pants on, which nothing, guys, no wind is getting through it. I'm wearing Harley Davidson boots. I bought those at the start of last winter. I'm pretty happy with them. And I'm gradually applying the front brake. Gradually. Should we venture into Akron and see how the roads are in Akron? Oh God, this engine just purrs. And now it still says it's up high, but I can tell you it's low because I'm easily flat-footing the bike. This guy behind me is going to get mad. For some reason, the turn signals aren't self-canceling. Oh my gosh. I'm in heaven. You guys are sick of hearing me say that. Little breeze. I want to say 10, 15 mile an hour breeze. I debated going out yesterday, but it was... my God, it was 35, 40 miles. They said it was going to be 25 to 30 miles an hour. I swear those were 35, 40 mile an hour winds when I got home. It was really gusting. Look, and see, when you get in town with a lot of houses, there's more snow on the lawns rather than the open fields. And I will also tell you that this bike, really, the heated grips and heated seat, it has to be moving for them to work. I think it must have some sensor. Really, when it's idling, I let all my machines, including my motorcycles, warm up before I ride them. It's wet and it's cold, so I got to be very gradual. I'm not in rain mode, so I got to be very gradual. Should I put her in rain mode? Enduro, no. You know, I might not. I might have deleted rain mode at my selection options. Rain, oh, there she is. Okay, she's in rain mode. Now that should soften the throttle even more. Now I have a down arrow because I'm going below a certain speed. I want to say 20 miles an hour. Now it has an up arrow. Marauders, look at the chrome section of the front forks, and you'll see that gap increase as I speed up, and the bike automatically raises the height of the suspension, increases the height on the suspension. The technology is amazing on the motorcycle. Again, watch the front forks and you'll see the gap increase. Oh, it's raising itself up. I must have increased the speed. So she's going back and forth. So when I put the pannier, these panniers, Moscow Motor panniers are heavy. And when I put them on the bike earlier this morning, and then I stood the bike up, the suspension, the bike was not running, but it was on. The suspension really was low, and she immediately leveled herself. Once, even when I put her on the side stand, she boosted herself up a little bit. So we'll take a drive through downtown Akron. The road is wet. Oh my God, it feels so good to ride, guys. It feels so good to ride. Ooh, the takeoff is good on this bike regardless. But she's nice in rain mode. Maybe it's a little nicer in rain mode. Ooh, is the shift to first to second a little softer than the blunk? Downtown Akron. And it does have hill hold. Hill hold's on. Oh, nope, she's still, that's first to second's a tough shift. I love small town USA. I love small town Akron. Love it. Shouldn't call it a small town. I love downtown Akron. My favorite restaurant, one of my favorite restaurants is in there. Cipollini's. That was a bad turn. I wanted to sit and have a talk there, but I think I'm gonna go a little further. And I wonder if I should go up to the airport. A friend of mine bought a new plane. I wonder if I should stop and see his plane on this ride. I'll leave the, you know what? I'm thinking I shouldn't. Maybe I will. This is wet here. I'm not sure. It's above freezing, and it rained for a day and a half, almost 2 days. Is that ice? Yeah, I don't think I am. That road is icy. Nope, I see snow on it. I'm gonna pass. Okay, you can see that hill has snow on it. I'm gonna pass. Look at this beautiful neighborhood. Just a beautiful neighborhood. So the cruise control is set to 60 and I'm going 37 miles an hour. This again is why Honda needs this on a touring bike. I think it's essential on a premium touring bike. It's starting to rain, little raindrops. You can see how it's maintaining my gap between the vehicles, and I have this set at the furthest distance. My Ducati was the furthest gap setting was a little further than this. But it's just nice, and now I'm in a town that's 40 miles an hour. I just wanted to show you this. Wind protection is excellent on this motorcycle. Excellent. And it's even better on the GSA. So let's click it up. Let's click it up to 75, and let's see how many RPM she does 75 at. So at 4,000 RPMs, she's doing 75 miles an hour. On the Ducati Multistrada, it would be 1,000 RPMs more. I'm going to slow it down. Okay, I just wanted to show you that. I just wanted to show you that this bike is very driven by torque, and it really is, and it not very little vibration, if any. Just wanted to get that on, show you that. Very, very pleasant to ride, very low center of gravity on the bike. Should probably take this long straightaway to scuff these tires in a little bit. Gradually, it's semi-dry. Don't want to freak this car out. Just scuff them in a little bit. And I'm headed to Alabama. So it is really windy now here. I'm out in Alabama, New York. And out the Alabama swaps out here, and she's pushing me. This wind is really hitting me at an angle. I'd say these are 30-mile-an-hour winds with some heavy gusts. You can see it's pushing me to the right side of the road. So it wasn't like this on the start of my ride. You can see the farm fields over here. Give you a shot. I'll turn the cameras back on as I go through Alabama. Turn my volume down on my stereo. So I'm headed through short excursion. I was on the phone going through Alabama. Give you a look at Alabama, New York. I've got to turn my volume way down. So I was talking to a friend of mine who's been a motorcycle enthusiast currently more than I am. He builds beautiful Harley Davidsons. And he was talking about how much he missed riding. He lives, I don't know, half hour away from me in the southern tier where they even get more snow. Isn't this a great little town? I just love this town. It's probably 30 miles from where I live. And, you know, I look as motorcycle, so many people say, you know, it's freedom. Motorcycle riding is freedom. I'm going too fast through this town. They say motorcycle riding is freedom, and maybe when I was younger, motorcycle riding was freedom. When I was 13 and bought my first bike, I could get away from my home quickly and venture out on my own. Nice looking dog went after me. You can venture out on your own on a motorcycle, but for me, it's a diversion from the stresses of everyday life. If you want to say stress of family, and by the way, I'd love it if my wife would come with me on a bike. She's not the stress of my family, but stress of business, being a business owner, stress of work if you work, stress of relationship. When I'm riding a motorcycle, other than blogging, I really can't. I have to focus on riding a motorcycle. That's my primary concern. And then he interrupted me because we were saying it was a distraction. It relieves. It's a great stress reliever. And I think he said you never see motorcycles parked outside a psychologist's office, which I think is, come on guys, I think that's very true. But he says it's just fun. It's just fun. It's enjoyment. And that is so much the truth. If you have a hobby that you like and you enjoy doing it and it's fun, God bless you. That's just a... No, this is 55. Let's goose her up to 55. Bada bing. If you have a hobby that you like and it's enjoyable, God bless you, and it's fun. And he just kept saying it's fun. It's just fun, and that's really, you know, for me it's adventurism, and they're little adventures, even on a short ride like this during the winter. By the way, I forgot to mention my client Cryos Pro helmet I'm wearing. It's just fun. And when you're denied that, like during the winter or a stretch of bad weather, like I've been denied it for over 2 months. I really didn't think I was going to be shut out for 2 months this winter, especially compared to last winter. When you're denied that, it wears on your mood. You're I don't want to say depressed, but maybe a little depressed. Maybe that is the right word. I'm going to stand up. Oh. Glorious in the oh my God, was it nice to stand on this. Oh my gosh, see, it's getting really hot. So when you're denied something you're doing that you like, it's a little depressing, and you need to get out and ride. Now, in saying that, it's 40 to 41 degrees on the bike. I'm going 55 miles an hour. Second thing about winter riding, buy good gear. I'm not saying buy climb gear. I highly recommend climb gear. I'm not saying buy expensive gear. Really do your research on gear to make sure it protects you from the element, because, and also I feel no wind on my body. I'm wearing a button-down short sleeve shirt under my air vest. I'm gonna roll off the throttle here, and my climb jacket. No heavy layers underneath this jacket. And I'm comfortable at 40 degrees. Very comfortable. And then heated grips. You don't, on certain bikes, especially Harleys, and I think also on the Husqvarna Norden, even though it had a heated seat, I'm not sure you need a heated seat because these engines run so hot, new engines, but heated grips are a must. They are an absolute must. So that's my comment on riding during the winter, being deprived of it. I miss it. I saved and I researched and I bought good winter gear so I could ride during the winter. Gotta sync these horns. And it pays off. If you're a riding enthusiast and you want to get rides in, it doesn't matter that you have to go to a destination, you just like to get out and ride, you know, do the research, buy the right gear. I'm going to knock it up to 50 here. Let's roll on the throttle. Cruise control is great. I got to use juice to it's very sensitive. Okay. Guys, I even on a gloomy day like today, today, man, it feels good to get out and ride. By God. Praise the Lord. If you see where I am, I'm in the middle of a cornfield in America, and I'm loving life. And by the way, when I'm not blogging, I'm praying for peace and good health around the world. Peace and good health, happiness. God, look at that barn. She's a beast. More balance. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So Marauders, I think I'm going to end the video here. It's just my first real ride on the BMW R1300 GS. And I'm going to hit the horn. I think I'm going to end the ride here. Still haven't figured out how to put the parking brake on. I thought that when you hold the brake and you put the kickstand down, oh, it does. It kills the engine and puts it in park. That's all right. That's what I want. Marauders, I'm going to end the video here. And she's in park. Just do a walk around of this bike. Oh my God, there's almost very little spray, road salt spray on it. Maybe I'll do a selfie. Thanks guys for tuning in. Oh, the windshield stayed up. I've never seen the windshield all the way up when I've been off the bike. Hey Siri, play Amanda Lambert Essentials.